Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first Let's Play of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So, what is Workers and Resources? Well, it's a factory management game, it's a city builder game, and it's a resource management game. One thing to let you all know before we start this game is really slow. So, with that being said, we're going to jump in. We're going to start a game on a random map. We're playing realistic mode, but in order to speed things up a little bit for the Let's Play, we're going to kick the money back to easy and the unsatisfied citizens to medium. We're also going to set the start year to 60, and we're going to lock vehicles according to start year. So what this does is you can't purchase vehicles before the time that they were historically made, and after the time that they historically stopped being made, you can no longer buy them new. So they are occasionally available on the used market. We're going to cut our rivers back to 1. We're going to lower the lakes just a little bit, increase terrain a little bit, just to give us a few more bigger hills, and we're going to make sure we're not building any cities or roads. And we'll go ahead and start the game. All right, so let's pause it, and then we'll take a look at our map. So in Workers and Resources, we'll start up here in the corner. You've got two different borders. You've got the red border, which runs along the left and the bottom of your map, and you've got the blue border, which is on the top and the right. This represents red is the Soviet bloc countries, blue is the NATO bloc countries. Since the game is Soviet Republic, you always want to start with the Soviet bloc countries. And here you can see all the different Soviet cities that we're potentially connected to. So we're going to take a look here at our border crossings. We're going to try to find a large border crossing with power. Right here we've got a small border crossing. Not quite what we're looking for. There we go. We got our large border crossing there, and right next to it, we've got a small border crossing, but it's got power. So this will go ahead and be our starting location. So I'm going to lay in just some basic roads and rail network infrastructure, and then we'll be back. All right, we're back, and we've got just some basic roads and the beginning of our rail network set up. And we're going to go ahead and jump in. So first thing we need to do is we need to set up a fuel depot. We're going to pick the free one because that's all we can afford right now. Some distribution offices. Construction offices. We'll go ahead and put a deconstruction office in because, well, we normally make mistakes. Storage pit for some gravel. Some open storages. And throw in a couple road depots just for good measure. All right, so let's set that one. steel. This will be gravel. This will be prefabs. This will be boards. And this one will be bricks. And that's all of our basic building resources that we'll need to start with. So we'll go ahead here. First thing we want to do is we want to get a fuel truck. The reason for that is because every time you buy a vehicle, it comes with basically an empty tank. So we want him set up to start loading fuel into the fuel depot. Go ahead and get the game started, get him rolling. I'm going to rename this fuel. Then we're going to go in. We're going to get some big dumpers. Have them load gravel. And we're going to get some open holes. Drop off our steel prefab panels, bricks, and boards. We'll have them keep all of those 70% full. We'll have these guys keep that 80% full. So you see, he already went, got some fuel, dropped it off. He's going to get fuel right now. The reason we want to set these up, even though they're incredibly slow to load, you're basically hand loading everything in there, is because at the beginning of the game, you want to try to really avoid using your border crossing as much as possible, because you'll get major backlogs there. Alright, there we go. He's unloading some fuel. You see how everybody comes empty. And now we're going to start to see a line of everybody to get fuel. The reason I kind of move these around like that is to try to break up the traffic flow a little bit, so that not everybody is using the same road. Alright, let's go ahead and get our construction vehicles. So this first one, we're going to set up just for road building. So we're going to crank them up to 3,000 meters. We're going to turn off everything but roads, footpaths, and factory connections. They're not going to be hauling anything, so I don't need any source material. What we're going to want here is we're going to want 2 bulldozers. Bulldozers are fantastic at building gravel roads. A paver for asphalt, and a roller for asphalt. Next one we're going to set up, this is our groundworks. What we're going to want in here is we're going to want 3 excavators. And 1 open hole. And we're going to set this to deliver mechanisms with trucks on them. What that means is that this open hole is going to haul the excavators to the job sites. We want to make sure we take them off of roads, because excavators will try to go lay gravel too, but they're much, much slower than the bulldozers. So we want our bulldozers doing that. And for these guys, now we'll go ahead and start setting up source fuel. Alright, so we'll go to the border first. And we're going to pick up steel, prefabs, boards, gravel, and bricks. And you see it just automatically fills all that stuff in. So now we're going to copy that to all the rest of those. This guy, just going to fill up with dump trucks. Next guy is going to get concrete mixers. This guy is going to get open hauls so he can haul around our construction materials to the job sites. This one will be our workers. We want to make sure with our workers, again, we don't have them working on roads. We don't put them on footpaths. There will be some that they'll need to do because it's so small, but we'll try to leave that off. And we need to go back and change all these to 3,000 meters. So for workers, we need buses. I like this one right here. It's fast, carries 40 people. You're not going to have that many people at your border to start with, so we'll get 2 of those. And we'll go ahead and pick up 2 road cranes. And then the last one, we need a covered haul to haul around mechanical components, electrical components. For right now, they're going to go pick those up at the border. It's not worth building a warehouse to have the distribution center put them in. Then we're going to go ahead, add a couple more dumpers, and another concrete mixer. While this is going on, we're going to go ahead and get a road crew set up. We're going to have them, this is our main road into town, so we want that asphalted. Along with the roundabout. Oh, looks like I missed a node there. Let's go ahead and take that out. That'll just make this one continuous job instead of multiple little ones. While they're doing that, we need to come over here to this border. Let's go ahead and run our road out just so we know where it's at, roughly, in case we ever need to use that one. And we're going to go ahead and set up our power connection. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop down a large transformer. And we'll go ahead and put that over here. Then from the large transformer, we need to step that down, or sorry, large splitter. We're going to step that down with a transformer so that then we go from high voltage to medium voltage, because all of our buildings are powered off of medium voltage. So we'll get some high voltage wires. We'll take the biggest ones we can get right now, which are the 15 megawatts, and then we'll run this all the way over here to that. And we'll go ahead and turn this on to import. We actually won't start importing power until there's actually something that uses it, so it won't cost us anything to start off with. And we'll go ahead and approve all those. And we'll run our road up here. And get all that building. And as you see, everybody kicks into life. Lastly, we'll set up our demo office. Just because we do make mistakes, and in this building, in this game, you can't just click on a building and delete it. You actually have to go tear it down. So what we need to tear it down, first off, we need some garbage trucks to haul away the waste. So we'll get 2 of those. We got an excavator. They both go 18 kilometers, so we'll just go ahead and grab that one. And then we'll just get a little mini bus. We'll get the fastest one. That way everything's there ready, just for when we do make those mistakes. As you can see, we're already starting to get a little bit of a backlog at our border. And that's why setting these up is so crucial. And look at how slow these load for gravel. Watch this. So the truck pulls in. So basically, you got a bunch of guys out here with shovels loading gravel in the back of the truck. There's much better ways to do it. We'll get those set up here in just a moment. So while they're working on getting all that stuff paved to get the starting in, we're going to put on our heating plant. We're going to go with the large one, the Republic sized one, because here in the Republic, we don't do things small. Mainly because I find that the small heating plants, they just get overloaded way too quickly. Hold on, let's put our other roads here just so I know where they're at. Let's flip it, rotate it. We'll put it in right about there. The main reason I'm putting the heating plant in right now is because I want to be able to unload coal into here via train. But I also want to be able to use that same train to unload gravel, which is going to fuel our rail construction office. So I really kind of need to lay all this out so I can figure out where that train's going to come in. But I want the gravel storage so that my dump trucks aren't sitting here all day. Let's go ahead and we'll grab an aggregate storage. I'll just get this one for right now. It's plenty big enough. And we'll set that right there. And we'll get a truck loading station. That will sit there. Then we'll go ahead and get a rail loading, unloading station. We don't need a big one here. Whoops. 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 All right, unload it. There we go. Yeah, we just want a little one. We don't need anything too big and fancy right now. Put that there, and this is in the wrong spot because that's hooked up to coal. Then we're going to want another one of these. We'll hook that up there. And we'll put that guy there. Oops. I do use the grid just for the main roads, though. I like having those nice and laid out. The rest of the roads, we'll just put them in as they happen. We're going to run this road here. Not there, not there, not there. Another road. This way. While we're here, we might as well put in our rail construction office. We'll go for the big one. Now, how far, we might be too far away. I really would like people to be able to walk here. Let's see. So from here, so from here, clear all the ones. Yeah, we still got basically this whole radius, so we can get people here. and get the rails hooked up for this. And take those guys out. There we go. Get that approved. And how are we doing over here? Alright, so we can go ahead and get that hooked up. Get that one hooked up. Get that hooked up. And the main reason I'm asphalting these is because it's just easier to do it to start with. These roads we can go in, we've got backups, we can upgrade those as we need to. But this is just kind of a pain. Go ahead and get that approved. Just go ahead and pause that for right now. And let's go ahead and hook this guy in too while we're here. Oh, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? There we go. That'll work. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and we'll fast forward a little bit, get a little bit of a time lapse in while we get some of this construction done. For some reason, it didn't take when we bought the buses, but that's okay. Start getting these graveled up. we'll go ahead and hook in the rest of our roads. Alright, well, while that's going on, we'll go ahead and start planning out the town. So a couple things. First off, we need a place for everybody to go shopping. So we're going to get the big mart. We got that. I would really like to be able to load this with a train later on, so I want footpaths there. So let's go ahead and grab, whoops, wrong way, this warehouse that has a rail connection. Set that there. Take out our footpath. Then we need a forklift garage. And last we need meat storage. It's gonna run there, that into there, that into there. Need some trash. Let's get the big boy. Yeah, we'll wait on that. Oops, not the big house. Medium one. And the fire station. Get a big trash can. Yep, it'll cover everybody. Perfect. Alright, let's get some power run over here. So once we get all this stuff built, we'll be ready to go. Transformer. I'm going to put more stuff in this area. Probably over here. Yes, no, maybe. I think more this way. And let's grab some underground wires. And we've almost got that road done. Excellent. Let's crank the priority up on these. That's really what we need done. So we can move gravel much faster. Alright, let's see about setting up some more of the basic services our people are going to need. Alright, kindergarten. Always go with the big kindergartens. There's no reason to go with the smaller ones. School. Same thing. I would always prefer just to use the bigger school. It's easier. Underpass. Yeah, basically right about there. If you're connected in there, you're connected in there. And if I run a road, will not get the kindergarten. One over here, well, that'll work. And we're coming along pretty well over here. That road's done. We can connect all this back up. about got all that done. And I think we got a good layout, a good start going, and that's probably where we're going to wrap it up for the first episode. Come back once a little bit more of this is built. Thanks a lot. We'll see y'all later.